That's the thing with fight week too. You gotta kind of like expect like something's gonna go sideways.
Hi, my name is Alana Cook. I am a female professional MMA fighter. I compete in the bantamweight division, which is 135 pounds. I fight because it's something not a lot of people can do, and it's where I feel the most alive. So I've done a lot of hard things in my life, and nothing is harder than fighting.
Fuck that, man. I want to win. I don't want to lose. I want to win. So your life, if you guys are, want what you say, a lot of you guys say you want to be fighting in the big promotions, winning belts and all this shit, you got to understand this needs to be your life. And it can't just be your life for a couple days while you're motivated or when you're in fight camp. It needs to be your life. Okay? And it doesn't mean you need to fucking run yourself to the ground 365. But you need to be improving yourself every single day, and whatever the results will be, you're going to be satisfied with yourself at the end of the run.
Who are the two old ones?
So like I started my kettlebell depleting calories, so you don't always have as much like pop when you go as you do when you're, but then, I just tell myself like once I'm in the fight, I'm gonna be full of good food, I'm gonna be so rested, I'm gonna feel amazing. I had that fight week off to heal like all those little nagging injuries I've been dealing with, so 3 and 2 weeks out are always the hardest weeks because that's when you gotta really dig deep. You gotta dig deep and stay focused and try, there was one thing I didn't get today because I was tired and I got reversed, and I can't let it get to me too much, and just know that when it's fight time I'm gonna be able to shine, so.
She has to stay very controlled for a long time, and then we get to the end of camp, but just making sure she doesn't do too much, so she doesn't get injured in the last couple of weeks, because it usually always happens, so not just with her, but with most people, but no, it's, weight cutting is definitely, you have to be smart about it. If you overcut, kill yourself. Literally, you can. So, yeah, right, sadly, but I guess, you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to be the best.
If you're trying to lose...
Making some breakfast wraps today. So it's got egg whites, a little bit of butter, 4 eggs, some cheese, and then it's going to be wrapped with lean ground beef, cream cheese, salsa, and then these keto wraps. This is my 5th fight camp with Sean. It'll be my 5th fight week. So at this point, it's like a well-oiled machine. We know what my body likes, what it doesn't like. And I tried to make 130 once, and I was just getting injured. That's where I noticed that my body's telling me no. So I've gotten good at listening to my body in that sense. And you asked if I've ever been scared. And I remember I was scared when I injured my knee because I was cutting too much weight. And that was me being my body's telling me no, we're not meant to do this. Whereas when I do this, yeah, I'm uncomfortable sometimes, I'm suffering sometimes, but I'm not scared. I'm not feeling like I'm doing something that's going to destroy my body or hurt myself. I feel very in control and feel like it's a very relatively safe process. We always make weight, and we always do so in a pretty healthy way. This stuff gets me through. This is my pop. But yeah, you just look at what other people are also willing to do to their bodies, and you go like, we all kind of choose our hard, right? So this is the hard I choose. This is where I choose to test my body for something like this, rather than just going out partying and like doing drugs and getting drunk. Last fight, the girl missed weight by about 3 pounds, and I knew I was gonna win. Like right away, I'm like, she breaks. You know what I mean? Like someone who they know what's at stake, because there's no like real huge penalty to missing weight. You forfeit 20% of your purse, which, you know, sucks. You lose 20% of the money you're supposed to get. But yeah, like as soon as I heard she missed weight, I was like, oh, like I got you. Like you're not gonna, you break in a bathtub, you're 100% gonna break when I'm hitting you in the face, so. So we're just gonna head to my supplement shop. So it's called Pumped. He's one of my sponsors. He's a really cool guy. And then we're gonna head to Niagara next for my physio. This is my supplement store. So that is. And protein, so it is really, really hard to get in all your regular protein without a supplement. So I usually have like 1 shake a day. I like Limitless Pharma a lot because it's lower in calories. It has no sugar, which is awesome, so it doesn't spike my blood sugar, and then it's higher in protein. So this is a protein that I really like. Thank you. Yeah, 11 days. Let's go. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I'll send you the link for. I'm gonna send everybody the link like a week before. So just getting it figured. Awesome. I'll see you afterwards. Awesome. Thanks, man. My mom is like one of the strongest people I know, man. Like, I remember just anytime I was young, like she could just handle everything. You know, she was she's a nurse. She's retired now. Actually, she went back. Because she's like, they're paying really well now. I'm like, just enjoy your retirement. But she always, you know, taught me that you can really do anything you set your mind to. And she always taught me, you know, how tough and how resilient women are, especially. And then from my dad, he was a rugby coach. So he always taught me that I could keep going. I remember being a kid and playing soccer, and it was like snowing, and the soccer ball hit me in the nose, and I got like a nosebleed. And he just like grabbed me like off the sideline, looked at me, made like a little like ice pack out of snow and gave it to me, and I put it on my nose. He's like, you're fine, get back in there. And it really just taught me like, oh, I guess I am fine, you know, like it showed me you can really play through anything, and that, you know, you're tough, right? And that's how I kind of always go back to, is that we're all tougher than we think we are. And it's just having that person that, you know, gives us that encouragement to test our limits in a safe way. And yeah, it's pretty amazing what we can do that we think we can't do.
And Alana's different because all this stuff is cool, but it's a time and place. So she doesn't need to be on the oxygen all the time. She's already got a pretty good gas tank. She doesn't need to sit on the 1950 shake weight over here. And she also doesn't need to be on the 1 rep max because her traps don't even allow her to get through a door, so.
It's gotta get through the cage.
Yeah. But she's good because she understands, her body understands better, so. Let it go. Pressure okay here?
Yeah. Do you deal with any other athletes that cut weight?
So a couple models, people that are going in for surgeries that have to drop like drastic weight, all those kind of factors that go. So you really got to figure out, is it water weight that we're dealing with? So can I shed an extra 10 pounds safely to get towards the structure that I want? Or is it more like, I call it mechanical weight, so like dietary, where you have to like actually have proper diet to lose it properly. But weight cutting is actually working with you guys. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. is one of the most difficult things that I've come to realize moving closer to fight camp. Because not only does it change the whole body physiology, yep.
Oh, something back just went there and he did that.
So she's getting more deficient, so she's gonna cramp up more. So certain techniques, certain push-pull, certain workouts, she's gonna contract her muscles differently. She doesn't have enough inside.
Usually about 2 weeks before the fight, I'll try and sauna a bit more just to get used to sweating. And then I'll do a cold plunge in about 10 minutes. So I literally just saw an article and it was like another death at the Arnold's for bodybuilding because someone cut weight improperly. Fuck, that sucks. She's like, I wish everybody had Sean. I wish everybody was able to work with him or have someone to work with because there is a better way. Like, yeah, you're going to suffer, but you don't have to suffer that much, you know? Like, it's choose your hard, choose your suffering. It's nice to know, again, just like we talked about, like it's safer when you have someone there who can kind of talk you through it. And like I know when you get to the UFC, they have the UFC PI, the Performance Institute, but it sucks, like, when you haven't made it there, you're doing all this on your own, right? So it's like, yeah, that's when it can be kind of dangerous, I would say. So when you see me, I've been drinking water all day. So when I haven't had any water and I haven't had carbs in 4 days and then I'm cutting weight, that's where you're gonna see me get pretty, like, that's when it's hard. And now we get in the sauna for 5 minutes. I actually feel really good, which is really weird. Yeah, it's been a really good fight week. Yeah, like I don't really feel too bad right now. You just feel like a little weak, right? That's just kind of it. Like you're a little hungry, a little bit more tired. Like I took a little nap today, but yeah, we got here. I woke up at 142.2, which is awesome. So 6 pounds. So I had like some egg whites and coffee this morning and like my last few sips of water. Stopped everything around like 2. We got here, went for like a nice walk. Like it's just nice to like get out in nature. And then the first like couple pounds aren't that bad. It's like the last pound, you're always just like a skeleton. So yeah, and this part's not so bad. So you just kind of cocoon yourself to like keep the heat in. And then like you're still cutting weight without the intensity of the sauna. So you can just kind of relax a little bit.
Feel warm?
My stomach's a little sick. I feel like I feel it in the pit of my stomach. Dude, I've never had a reaction like this.
that will have to be contracts amended. Alana Cook. £135.6.
When they announce that I've made weight, usually big smile, big cheers, because everyone knows what goes through, what you go through to make weight. So, you know, flex, get your fun photo, chug some water, do my face off. You know, you look at your opponent and you see what's in their eyes. There's a bit of a festive feeling after weigh-ins because you get to, the fight's not there yet, but the hard part's over. Everyone always says the hard part's over, now it's time for the fun. And the fighting's the fun.
Wearing the black and gold trunks and top. Standing 5 feet 5 inches tall, she weighed in at 135.6 pounds. She's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Niagara Top Team. She comes from the BTC cage with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss, with one of those wins coming by way of submission. Fighting out and representing Main Team Nation BC, ladies and gentlemen, here is Alana.
It starts, and I told my coach this. I know the plan was to feel her out, but I think I'm just gonna go and take her down right away.
All for your winner by unanimous decision, Alana Cook!
We always think that winning is why we do it, and yes, winning is awesome, but especially when you get to the professional level, you really learn about how much more it is than that. It's the relationships, it's the people you make, it's the person you become. That's such a huge part of fighting, and it teaches you things like discipline, respect. It teaches you how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I know as silly as that is to say, but you learn a lot about yourself being uncomfortable and learning what you can push through, and just holding yourself to a higher standard. And I actually heard this, and it's, you don't need confidence to fight, you need curiosity and courage. So you need the curiosity to think, could I be the best in the world? Could I be better than this person? And then you need the courage to go for it.